light this remembrance candle as a symbol to honor all the heroes and heroines of our generation, the innocent victims of terror attacks, and those who fought in the wars to defend the state of Israel since its establishment as an independent nation in 1948.
Yom Hazikaron is a day of remembrance that honors those who died in the struggle for the establishment of the state of Israel and defending Israel. It is marked during the 24 hours preceding Yom Ha'atzmaut, Israel's Independence Day, because the 2 days are linked together.
On Yom Hazikaron, the entire nation of Israel and the Jewish people remember those who lost their lives in defense of the Jewish state. By doing this, we are expressing our deep gratitude to those who gave their lives for the country's independence and for its continued existence.
Yom Hazikaron is a day in which not only individual people, but the entire nation of Israel and all the Jewish people mourn. The Jewish people are like one big extended family. All of us are touched by the loss of loved ones.
In Israel, flags around the country fly proudly at this time of year. Yom Hazikaron begins across the country in the evening with the sound of sirens. All movie theaters and places of entertainment are closed. Television shows reflect on the meaning of the day and tell the stories of sacrifice.
At 11 a.m. in the morning, a siren is sounded again, marking 2 minutes of silence, during which all activity and traffic stop. Flags are lowered to half-mast, and memorial ceremonies are held in schools, cemeteries, community centers, and many settings all over the country.
Wherever we live, we are one people, and so we will now stand together with those in Israel and across the world in silence for 2 minutes.
יזכור אלוהים את בניו ובנותיו אשר חירפו נפשם במאבק על המדינה בדרך, ואת חיילי צבא הגנה לישראל אשר נפלו במלחמות ישראל.
May God remember the souls of the fighters of the Israeli Defense Force who gave their lives for the sanctification of the name, the people, and the land, who died a heroic death in missions of liberation, defense, and security.
יזכור ישראל ויתברך בזרעו ויאבל על זיו העלומים וחמדת הגבורה וקדושת הרצון ומסירות הנפש אשר נספו במערכות הכבדות.
They were quicker than eagles and stronger than lions as they volunteered to assist the people. The memory of their self-sacrifice and heroic deeds will never perish from us.
יהיו גיבורי הדרור והניצחון הנאמנים והאמיצים חתומים בלב ישראל לדור דור.
May their souls be bound in the bond of life, together with the souls of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and with the souls of other Jewish heroes and martyrs who are now in the Garden of Eden. And let us say, Amen.
Please be seated. May God remember the brave men and women who put their lives in danger in the days of struggle prior to the establishment of the State of Israel, and the soldiers who gave their lives in the wars to defend Israel.
May the people of Israel cherish them in their memory. Let them mourn the loss of those who are still young.
Admire their bravery and honor the dedication and the dignity of self-sacrifice which came to an end on the battlefield. May we never forget the loyal and courageous heroes of freedom and victory.
Ani mavtiach lach, I promise you, my little girl.
This poem was written by Dov Seltzer during the Yom Kippur War and was widely sung in Israel and in many Jewish communities throughout the world.
For all the tank corps soldiers with their dusty faces who survived all the enemy fire and grueling fighting. For all the sailors who attacked the forts, their eyes caked heavy with salt from the seas.
I promise you, my little girl, that this will be the last war.
For all the pilots who broke through the deadly battle and were hit by rocket fire and guns.
For the paratroopers who, amid planet smoke, saw you overhead like an angel.
For the artillerymen who, in the hailstorm of mortars, stood like a pillar of fire along the front line.
For the medics and doctors who, with all their soul and strength, restored breath and life itself, returning blood.
For the signalmen whose voice cut through the nights, for all the forces and women soldiers.
For all the fathers who went into battle and want to return home to you.
I promise you, my little girl, that this will be the last war.
I had a paint box.
Each color glowing with delight, I had a paint box with colors warm and cool and bright.
I had no red for lonesome blood. I had no black for an orphan child. I had no white for the face of the dead. I had no yellow for burning sands.
I had orange for joy and life. I had green for buds and blooms.
I had blue for clear bright skies. I had pink for dreams and rest. I sat down and painted. Peace. Tali Shurek, age 13, Yerushalayim.
I asked the soldier in the street, peace, is it bitter or sweet? Replied the soldier to my questioning, peace is a wonderful thing. There are no bombs, no one shoots at you, and you can live life quietly through.
I turned to my mother asking, peace, is it a positive or a negative thing? My mother replied, peace is joy and light. We need peace. Shalom, so Daddy will come home.
I asked my brother, the youngest one, back home from school, grade 1, tell me, what did you learn today? He replied,
we wrote shalom and went to play. To our enemy we shall give a hand and live at peace in the land. Elad Tabachnik, age 11, one more time.
Our blue sky has darkened as we remember the happy words written in their letters and songs.
And we recall their eyes gazing upon us from the picture frames as we look upon the objects that mean so much to them.
And remember them over and over, each name and fate, and remember them laughing and breathing. We remember their hopes and their dreams.
Now all we have left is a stone marking the grave, the memories we cherish their name, the date they lived and died.
We continue with the chanting of the traditional El Maleh Rahanim, in which we ask God to take under the wings of the Shekhanah, the souls of our loved ones.
Please stand.
El Morah Rachamim Shocheim Mamromim Hametzei Menucha Nechona Tachat Kanfei HaShechina B'ma'alot Kedoshim U'Tohorim Kezohar Rakia Matirim לנשמות 6 מיליון אחינו ואחיותינו שמתו על קידוש השם ינוחו בשלווה ובשלום שלא ידעו בחייהם בעל הרחמים הסתירם בסתר כנפיך לעולמים וצרוע בצרוע החיים את נשמתם. אדוני הוא נחלתם וינוחו ושלום על משכבם ונאמר אמן. God, full of compassion, whose presence is over us, may the souls of our 6 million dead who have gone to their everlasting home with the holy and pure on high, who shine as the lights of heaven, find the safety and rest denied them on the earth beneath the shelter of your presence. Master of mercy, cover them in the shelter of your wings forever and bind their souls into the gathering of life. It is the Lord who is their heritage. May they be at peace in their place of rest. Amen.
Merciful God in heaven, may the heroes and the pure be under thy divine wings among the holy and the pure, who shine bright as the sky, and the souls of soldiers of the Israeli army who fell in this war against the enemies of Israel, who fell for their loyalty to God and the land of Israel, who fell for the liberation of the Temple Mount, the Western Wall, and Jerusalem, the city of the Lord. May their place of rest be in paradise. Merciful One, O keep their souls forever alive under thy protective wings. O Lord, bring their heritage. May they rest in peace, for they shall rest and stand up for their allotted portion at the end of the days. And let us say together, Amen.
Yom Hazikaron ends at sundown. The somber, sad, reflective mood gives way to the celebration of Yom Ha'atzmaut, a transition which emphasizes the lasting tie between the sacrifice of the country's fallen and the continued existence of a vibrant and dynamic state of Israel.
Tefillah, Amen. Sheolah, Amen. Kol hanshama tehalaya, Amen. V'ten birkat shalom l'shmer abtenu, kareb otanu Ushma Aleinu
אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, הוא יברך את חיילי צבא הגנה לישראל, העומדים על משמר ארצנו וערי אלוהינו, מגבול הלבנון ועד מדבר מצרים, ומן הים הגדול עד לבוא הערבה, ביבשה, באוויר ובים.
Bless the soldiers of Israel's defense forces and everyone who stands guard in order to protect our people. May the Holy One, blessed be God, protect them and save them from all troubles and afflictions, from all sickness and injury, and send blessing to all their endeavors. May the words of the prophets come to fruition through them, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. And each one shall sit under the vine and under the fig tree, and none shall be afraid. And let us say, Amen. Amen.
Oh
leaders for giving us such a moving memorial service. This is a very solemn day in Israel. I know when I lived there, it was very hard to hear people who all remembered people who had given their lives to fight in the army, to fight for the freedom and to fight for the right for the state of Israel to exist. I think that you did a beautiful job. So mazel tov to all of you, and thank you to Morah Davis for putting this together. I know it was a lot of work. I really just commend all of you on the amount of maturity and respect that you brought to the service. Thank you so much. And I know tomorrow, as we celebrate Israel's independence, you'll understand that freedom came with the sacrifice, and how grateful we are to those who did do that sacrifice in order for Israel to be a free and thriving, beautiful country. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a meaningful remainder of the day.